What's going on, guys? I'm out here with Titan once again, my 2004 Honda VTX1800C, and I got a quick little upgrade for you. It's an inexpensive performance upgrade. It's going to give you a little bit of boost, I guess, but it's going to make your engine run a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, and it may even improve the looks a little bit. All right, so as you know, I've been working with Titan to, one, make it comfortable, on a little bit longer rides, and also the performance side. Try to get as much much power out of it as possible. This is a very powerful bike. It has some good horsepower right from the factory, but I have done some other things, to help improve it. General things that are going to help any bike with their their horsepower. I got the dual port Kiriakin hypercharger for it. I got Cobra pipes on it right now, the drag pipes. They're pretty much straight through pipes. And I have the EFI 2000, and then I got that, helping out with the mixture and all that. I'm still trying to perfect that side of it, but I've pretty much done everything that I can do performance-wise, short of breaking into the engine and starting to do all that, and I really don't want to go messing with that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm looking at Titan, I'm like, it's a sharp bike. I love this bike. It just looks good. It looks powerful. It's in great shape still. The only thing that's really letting it down is these pipes. This one specifically. As you remember, this pipe has cost me at least 2 rain suits. Just recently, if you watched our trip that we took, the second brand new rain suit claimed it, and this time, wow, the first time I kind of scraped it off of there and it put a little bit of a dull spot to the chrome, which I was like, I use steel wool. I know I'm not supposed to use it, but it was thick and it was okay. But this time, wow, there was a lot of it on there, and it just seems like it's in there permanently now. I've tried scraping at it and, with a bunch of different things. I don't know. I just think these pipes, I've always said it in other videos too, that I think the pipes are the only thing that really lets this bike down now. So it is time for pipes, I would say. However, I'm not really ready to do that just yet. So I wanted to kind of experiment a little bit, because even when I do get the new pipes, I'm still going to be doing this. And of course, I'm talking about wrapping the headers or your exhaust. The reason why you are going to want to wrap your pipes is that it keeps more of the heat inside of your exhaust as it's going out. This helps it flow out better when it's, keeping all of its heat inside. What it also does is inside of your cylinder, when, your combustion chamber, when the exhaust is being expelled out, what happens is it's scavenging. It basically, it has like about 10% of the exhaust is still inside of the chamber. So wrapping your pipes helps keep your pipe, all the heat in there, and that actually helps with scavenging, and it helps to get some of that 10% out of your chamber. Having that extra exhaust stuck in your chamber, prevents fuel, mist, mixture, air, and stuff like that. It's taking up the space in there, so you're not really getting all of your power. So if you can remove some of those gases and help them to shoot out of the engine, then you're going to get a little bit of horsepower. It's likely only probably a couple horsepower, if that, but your engine is going to run a little bit smoother. And that's what I'm hoping. But the big thing is, what I'm going to be wrapping them in is the titanium basalt wrap. They have the black ones, and you would think, okay, it's a black bike, why wouldn't you do it in the black? But most of the black ones are fiberglass, and I don't want to mess around with no fiberglass, and it's just itchy and everything like that. So really not trying to get into that. You have to wet it down, it's all stiff and everything. The titanium looks a little bit different. It's going to be more of a gold color, and you see a lot of these on the performance baggers, the race bikes and stuff like that. Some of them, they'll be wrapping their headers on it. So I'm thinking, maybe that might be a good look. I don't know. I'm just kind of experimenting here. I mean, the whole science of wrapping your pipes is sound, but what I'm doing here, I'm kind of just like, exploring a way to kind of maybe prolong until I'm ready to get some pipes for this bike. I'm not ready just yet, like I said. So my plan is, now this pipe, as you know, it sticks out. It is hot as fire, like even worse than fire. So as you see, I mean, I'm burning everything and there's pits in here. I tried to clean it. It's just old, man. It's just time. So my plan is to wrap the pipe. However, I'm gonna have to go over top. Now I was gonna do it underneath. You know, you have your little, your heat shields and everything. And this indeed is a heat shield. However, it is welded down here. So this heat shield won't move out of the way for me to wrap the actual pipe. It's hard to see on that one. It has like a double one, but it's hard. Yeah, okay. So the pipe is underneath here actually that you normally would wrap. Now you can wrap your pipes and then put the heat shields back over and you won't even tell. I mean, you'll have chrome pipes and everything, but underneath you'll be wrapped. And you can get the benefit of having wrapped pipes, you know, and still maintain your look. But because mine are, that's what I was gonna do, but because mine are welded down here, I'm gonna have to go over top. So it's gonna be exposed. But, you know, like I said, I mean, the whole theme here, I guess, you know, I was going with more of a performance bagger look. You know, I went with the Road Glide, Street Glide bags. They're not Harley, they're, you know, aftermarkets, but they look like them, and I got them all, you know, high and, you know, trying to get the whole performance bagger look, but I think it might fit in. So I'm gonna leave it exposed for now. I'm gonna wrap them up and everything, see how it looks. Unfortunately, this pipe looks great. You know, nothing wrong with this pipe, but yeah, I can't have just one pipe wrap, so I'm gonna wrap them both. And I was gonna be vain and stop and still show Cobra, but I don't know how it's gonna look. I'm gonna look at it because I'm gonna have to go to this joint over here, you know, and so my idea is to go right up to this joint and then have chrome at the tip. And then I'll have, you know, the gold wrap and then the tip. So I likely will just be going over Cobra. Sorry, Cobra, I can't represent any longer. You got some great pipes still. I don't mind representing you, but yeah, so I'm gonna get started, and it's pretty easy too. So if you do have a 04 Honda VTX 1800, 1300, whatever, both of them, unbolt so simply. It's so simple. It's like Legos, man. Like a bolt here, a bolt under there, and two bolts right there. One, I loosened them up. Look at me, Hollywood tricks. I had them in there loose. So they're all loosened up and ready to go. So it's literally just those two bolts and those two bolts, and this is gonna pull right out of here all in one. You won't even have to take the heat shields off first. Same thing with this. That's the bracket here. Get to these bolts here with a flat wrench, and then your two bolts, which are right in the open. So it's easy to, maybe a little wobble head on there would help out, but easy to get off. So I'm gonna get these pipes off, and then I'm gonna get wrapping. All right, and voila, they just pop right off. And again, so you know, I'm not lying. They have a clamp on here, but they are welded to this bottom pipe. So that's the bottom, or that's the top, back, I'm sorry, that's the rear. Let's get the front. The bottom one, you can't get it because your frame is in the way, so you have to undo this bolt way under there. Let me get you under there. Here's the bolt that connects the frame that this sits on, both of these sit on, right here. So you gotta take that off, and then it'll pop off, and you can take it off from there. All right, so once you got that done, and the top done, this just feeds down carefully through your brakes and comes right on out. All right, so I got the pipes off, and I had to persuade this little piece here. It was like an additional heat vent. I guess they were trying to keep it cooler by having it stick out a little bit more, but I wanted it to be, you know, like the other one, nice and tidy and round and all that. So I beat the heck out of it and got it nice and flat down, or as flat as I can. These things are kind of, you know, the clamps are kind of in the way. I'm not going to enjoy that. There'll be a lump there. I'm scared to take it off though, because I don't want the rest of it to start rattling. But we're ready to wrap. So I got my titanium wrap. As you see, it's got that gold look, that racer look. It's titanium, so this is the good stuff. You always want to get the titanium stuff, the basalt titanium. The other fiberglass stuff, man, it's just that, fiberglass. It's all over the place. You're itching, scratching, it's hard. This is soft, it's pliable, it's easy to work with. My idea is, like, you know, put it on, put one of these clamps. They come with these metal clamps that go down on it, the cable ties. So they'll be nice and shiny metal, you know what I mean, nice 2 strips. And then I'm gonna strip that as soon as I get it wrapped so that I can put some torque on it as I go and get everything nice and tight. So because I'm using a huge roll here, I am only gonna set out a portion that I need. My knife. So I'm gonna unravel some of this. I'm gonna cut that, but you want to lay it down and give yourself a lot more than you're actually going to need. Just extra. Fighting with this stuff would be a lot easier when you don't have the huge roll banging around and falling around everywhere. So I'm going to give myself a little extra just to make sure I don't come short of the end where I'm trying to get to. I'm going to make a new roll now and start with that. All right, got it wrapped up. This stuff still is kind of fibrous, so I wore gloves. But yeah, got it wrapped up. But yeah, so this one is wrapped and done. I just need to put the, I got temporary zip ties on it now, but I'm going to put them steel bands on there and get to this other one. All right, so with a little bit of fighting, I was able to get them on. It's not a fun job. It's still fibrous, so a lot of stuff blowing around, but I don't know, guys, let me know. Leave a comment. What do you think? I mean, it's kind of got the little race appeal. The fuzziness on each of the edges, I think, are going to burn down a little bit once I burn it in and get it smoking and all that. It's going to smoke a lot when you put these on. But I don't know. I guess I'll have to let you know how I really feel. It doesn't look terrible. I like chrome though, but I don't know, if I can get a whole lot of heat off of me, that'll be a benefit. So I don't know, just a little something, tinkering around in the garage. It was a cheap way to, you know, kind of upgrade. It is, you know, a good thing to do to your pipes, you know, if you can put the, you know, the chrome shields back on. I wish I could do it that way. I may end up doing it for blue over the winter, just to keep it nice and cool. It has the same issue of that pipe being super hot. I don't know. I'm gonna ride a little bit. I'm gonna burn it in, smoke it out and all that, get it all set in, and then take some time just coming in and looking at it and seeing. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle of the road, but I don't know. I may be opening up Pandora's box, but let me know what you think. See you in the next one, guys.